think I'm specifically talking to black parents when I'm saying that. Don't say, because I told you so. Give them a reason. What's poppin'? It's your girl Jazzy J. How y'all doing today? Welcome to my channel. If you are new around here, welcome. If not, what is up, buttercup? Today is Sunday and I've been off my game for a little bit. I've been trying to get work situated and it's a little hard to make videos when you have a full-time job, but I'm gonna do my best. I got some soup, made some roasted veggie soup. It looks, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. I like it. It's good. If y'all want, I can leave you a little recipe of it. It's my own little creation. It has carrots, sweet potato, garlic, onions, bell pepper, a whole bunch of seasoning, some water, tomatoes. Yeah. And you can mix and match different vegetables here and there if you want to. But nonetheless, let's get to talking. Okay, so recently I've been doing quite a bit of thinking, and I realized that growing up, my family situation was not exactly the best with my parents, and I realized, I actually don't care what happens to them. And I just wanted to think about that. Like, a lot of kids may not particularly like their parents. They may love their parents, may be mad at their parents, may be angry, may be sad. But in the end, they still care. For me, nope. Not happy, not sad, I'm not angry, I'm not confused. I just don't care anymore. And I think when you get to that point, you've lost your child. You really have. And there's no getting it back. Because think about it. This is just going to be with a regular relationship. You have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, okay? They keep doing things wrong. They keep messing up. You give them ample reason to keep trying. You keep saying, you know, I'm gonna help. I want to help. I want to be there for you. And they don't ever acknowledge it. They don't ever acknowledge that they do anything wrong. And you just start to like, you're happy with them, and then you're angry, and then you're sad, and then it's just this loop, and it gets to the point where you break up. And it's not a breakup where like, oh, I'm so mad at them, I'm gonna get rid. No, you break up and you're like, I don't care anymore. And no matter what happens, no matter what they do to try and get you back, it's not gonna work because you don't care at all. So I think what I want this today to be is to advise people out there who have kids or are planning to be children, as a child that is coming from this viewpoint, how to make sure you never end up in this situation. Because once your child no longer cares about you, that's it. It doesn't matter what you do. You can invite them over as many times, you can pop over as many times, you can get them gifts, you can go and do things. Once you've lost their complete and absolute just pure care and curiosity for you, you might as well just give up. Just give up. The child is gone. That's it. That's really it. Okay. So I'm gonna say, like, problem number one. Parents that are helicopter parents. Stop it. It's not healthy. I understand that you want to protect your child. You want to be there for your child. You don't want your child to get hurt or feel the pain of the world. I get it. I do. But at a certain age, let your child go. Let them experience the world. Part of loving your child is letting them fall. And I know that's hard. That's not an easy thing to do. But I wish my parents had let me fall. I wish, because I felt like I would have grown more as an individual if they had let me fall and be like, you know what? That didn't work. And instead of my parents saying, well, you should have listened to me and I told you so and you should have did this, that, and the other, and I don't know why you felt the need to go and do, they should have took a step back. Be like, you know what? That didn't work. What went wrong? What happened? You know, what do you think you could do to change this? What do you think you should have done? In hindsight, how do you feel about the situation? And of course, being a young child, like toddler through elementary school and even middle school, you're not gonna know. You're really not. But having that analytical problem solving is something that everybody needs. And I guarantee you, your child will thank you for it later on when you tell them, you're 20-something years old, I'm ready to retire, you need to go. They have the problem solving skills that you need now, that they need now, to move out and go out to the world because you reinforced that when they were young. Now they're able to have a situation, take a step back and be like, oh, I didn't like that. Well, how should I go about it? What should I do? You know? Things like that. You know, it's simple things. Number 2 that you should do. It's good. Listen to your child. I know that's redundant. I know that sounds crazy and stupid and like, duh, like, obviously I should listen to my child. No. Acknowledge your child. You can sit there and listen to your child all day long, but that doesn't mean that you acknowledge your child. It doesn't mean that you say your feelings are valid. Oh, and I hate this. When you tell your child to do something, for example, clean your room, do the dishes, do your clothes, or do the laundry, go clean this, do that, or no, you can't hang out with your friends right now, and your child asks you why, don't say because I told you so. I think I'm specifically talking to Black parents when I'm saying that. Don't say because I told you so. Give them a reason. Okay? They don't care. But it has to be more than I told you so. Because I told you so. Because I'm the boss. Because I pay bills. Okay, yeah, that applies when you're bringing people over. Obviously. That applies for any parties. Well, they shouldn't be having parties in your house. It's your house. They shouldn't be running around breaking things. They didn't pay for it. You did. But when it comes to things that you gifted them, like clothes or toys or their room. Well, I don't know if their room is like a gift. But you get it. And they ask you, why should I pick up my clothes? Or why should I do my laundry? Tell them. Because it instills good habits that you need to learn in order to survive. Because even though you're a boy and society tells you that you don't have to clean, you need to know how to clean because one day you probably will be living on your own. Or you need to know how to cook because it's an essential life skill. So let's learn how to cook. Even if it's basic. Scrambled eggs, some toast, grits, oatmeal. Not everybody likes them, but it's a staple food and it's cheap. You need to know how to make these things. Don't say, because I told you so, because then your child is going to be like, then why am I learning it? Because you told me to? Oh, no. am I going to school? Because you told me so? No. Say something like, because I want you to have a chance in this world that I didn't get to have. Because I want you to do better than how I did growing up. Because I care about you. How about that? Because I care about you. Tell your child that you care about them. Oh my gosh. That's very easy to do. And I feel like, to me personally, that means a lot more than I love you. Because sometimes people get into this habit of saying I love you out of an obligation to. You're my parent, I'm your child, I say I love you because I'm obligated to. If that makes sense. Like for quite a bit of people out there, that's not the case. You really do love your child, you really do want the best for your child, you want the best for your parent, whatever. But it means something different when you say, I love you, I care about you. How many parents out there have told their child that you care about them? I don't remember my parents ever telling me that. Ever. So growing up, guess what? I thought they didn't care. I thought they didn't give a damn about me. Not one. And what was I supposed to do? I mean, in hindsight, could I have asked them? Sure, I could have asked them, do you care about me? But in the time, I didn't even realize that's what I was missing. That I just wanted them to care about me. That I wanted them to know that I was there. Think about that. Let it marinate. Let it really sit in there and just kind of. Yeah. There was definitely more. I'm trying to think. I should have wrote this down. I did not. Well, that's it. Oh. Don't tell your child they're crazy. In a negative aspect. Like in a positive aspect. You're joking around, you say, you're crazy, you're so silly, I'm gonna tickle you, I'm gonna get you, we're gonna mess around, we're gonna joke around, we're gonna roughhouse. That's the word. We're gonna roughhouse. But if your child is being serious with you, like actually serious with you, don't sit there and tell them they're acting crazy. Or, my parents did this one, actually. I am clinically depressed. I was diagnosed with depression back in high school. And I have anxiety. I was not clinically diagnosed with anxiety. But when I get into large crowds of people, I have massive panic attacks that eventually lead to me passing out. So I do have social anxiety. Again, never clinically diagnosed. But I told my parents, no, my parents were in the doctor's office with me. Well, at least my mother was. My father wasn't. My mother was in the doctor's office with me when I got clinically diagnosed with depression. She was in the room when the doctor said it. The doctor told me, you need medication. I asked my mother for medication. You know what she told me after we left the doctor's office? People that are on medication belong in a mental institution. What? I want medication to help balance the chemical imbalance in my brain so that I can feel happy when I should, so that I don't feel despair all the time, so I don't feel like there's a giant cloud over my head and it doesn't get bad enough where I contemplate running out into the street and getting hit by a semi-truck or jumping out the 4th-story window at college. Maybe having a little bit of medication would have helped help to regulate thoughts like that. But no, I belong in a mental institution. Maybe you shouldn't tell your child that. Just maybe. Granted, you should not take your child to the doctor for every little thing because it can get up there in bills and whatnot. Sometimes they are being overly dramatic, but if they're not and you physically see a change in your child, why would you tell them that? Why would you tell them that? Listen to your child. They know themselves best. Okay? Another thing that I wish my parents had done. Support your child in crazy ambitions. Children are reckless, okay? They're reckless. But if you see that your child is aiming for something big, like starting a business, that's pretty big. Traveling abroad, that's pretty big. Going to college, that's pretty big. Any relationship stuff, getting a house, getting a new job, or something significant. And they're young. Support them in that. Don't tell them you're too young. You're too young for that. You don't have to worry about that until you're older. No. They're showing interest right now. Right this very second. They are showing interest. You might have yourself a little millionaire on your hands. And guess what? First of all, that's their money. Don't touch it. Second of all, encourage them. If they're a sneakerhead and they want to have their own line of sneakers, encourage them. You're like, you know what? We're going to find out how sneakers are made. We're going to research all the different sneaker companies out there. You're going to figure out, do you really want to do this? How are you going to go about doing it? How are you going to get the money? If you need the money, a little bit of money, I could probably help get you started. These little things here and there. Tell your child, like, wow, they really do care. Like, I can do this because my parents are here for me. And I know there are a good amount of parents out there who will do that, but I feel like there are even more that don't do that. And you should, because your child is showing the mindset of a working individual at a very young age, and it's very important that you cultivate that, because I guarantee you it's going to help them in the long run. It really, really will. Even something as simple as gardening. Your child shows interest in gardening. Get out there and garden with them, or at least get them the stuff that they need. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I want to garden too. We should do that, and then never do anything. Never help your child get out there and get started. There's nothing wrong with getting a little dirt on you, okay? Nothing at all. And it's way better to be self-sufficient, because then you can go outside and be like, you know what? I want some peppers. I want some tomatoes. I want some eggplant. I want zucchini, cucumber, squash, pumpkin, whatever. You have it in your garden. It's right there. I don't understand why people don't, like, not everyone has to have a green thumb. But if your child has a green thumb, let them cultivate it. Can you tell that I'm irritated with my parents and how they treated me when I was younger? Is it going to change? No. Do I care to have it change? No. It's not going to. I don't care. But anyway, if your child changes their looks and you don't care for it, it don't matter, because it's not up to you. It's their body, especially when they get to the teenage. All of us have been teenagers. I'm probably much closer to some of you guys, but we've all been teenagers. We've all gone through the phase of being either shrouded in black or wrapped up like a rainbow. Some of us wore all white. Some of us wore all beige. Some of us walked around being preppy, being a jock, being an emo. But been all sorts of different things, and you flip-flop the whole way through. Guess what? Appearances are appearances. And if your child wants to walk around looking like a paper bag, then let them, okay? It has nothing to do with you. It doesn't reflect your teaching at all, okay? Some of you are probably gonna sit there and like, yes, it does. It does reflect me, and it does reflect what I teach, and I need to make sure that my children look nice all the time. Why do you care? Why do you care what they wear so long as they're happy? When you were younger, did you not want to have your parents just be like, you know what? She wants to walk around in a paper bag, sweatpants, leg warmers, and a headband. Fashion is fashion, and it's going to continue to change. And honestly, I don't care. If my child wants to walk around in a onesie all through high school, fine, it's high school. I get it. It's hard. In college and high school more so is like a mess. College is an even bigger mess, but you're on your own. Let them walk around in it. It's not the end of the world. And guess what? It is a phase. And if it's not, then it doesn't matter because everyone else thinks that too. So like, that's how society is going. Why are you trying to change that? Why are you trying to stop them? When it comes to dyeing their hair, let them dye it. Why do you care? It's hair. It'll grow back. There are so many different things out there that you can use for your hair to grow back. And hey, they may mess it up. You may look at them and be like, ooh. But on the flip side, they might actually might have some killer looks going on. Huh? You don't know. So let them do it. And if you're concerned with them putting chemicals into their hair and changing their hair, help them find something that's not going to chemically damage their hair. There are plenty of different things out there that you can use where you can change your hair color temporarily and it's not going to damage your hair. And then once they get older, be like, okay, go ahead. You can dye your hair as much as you want to because now you're on your own. This is completely 1000% your choice. You've thought about it over and over and over. So go ahead, dye your hair. Dye it pink, dye it purple, dye it blue, dye it neon, green, orange, yellow. It doesn't matter. It's hair. And guess what? If they don't want it, shave it off. Dye it back. Dye it another color. Who cares? It's a color. It's not the end of the world. Same goes for getting a tattoo. Why do you care if your child's getting a tattoo? It's not on your body. Let them get a tattoo. Let them express their individuality. Because it's very, very, very important that parents out there understand this one thing. Your child is not you. They're not you, okay? They may look like you. They may somewhat talk like you, because monkey see, monkey do. They may like some of the same things that you do, but they are not you. They will never be you. And you need to stop treating them like they are a younger version of yourself. Also, to go along with that, because I find this is very important, and I think I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Your child is their own person first and your child second. Them being your daughter or your son is not their identity. Okay? If their name is Susan Willis, I don't know, okay, making up a name, or Frank, I don't know, Sinatra, okay? They are first and foremost and forever will be Susan Willis or Frank Sinatra first. They are not your child first. So get to know that person and then realize that person is your child, not the other way around. Okay? Because as soon as you start thinking that your child is this person, you're going to be upset. Because you're going to say to yourself, my child isn't like that. Well, yeah, the imaginary child that you have in your head and that you force onto this person, that imaginary is words. I can do this. That imaginary idea is your child. But that is not who this person is. You need to start thinking that this person that you have raised, that acts like this, that talks like this, that dresses like this, that likes this, is your child. And that's it. Once you start thinking that, especially when they get to like high school, college, and after that, years, once you start acknowledging that this person is your child, the whole game changes. And maybe, just maybe, you'll actually start to respect your child as an individual instead of trying to treat them as a miniature copy of you. What? Well, I just finished my soup. It was delicious. I hope you guys found this to be insightful. I'm sorry if I ranted a little bit. I do get kind of passionate about that because I don't want people to end up in my situation. I don't want my parents, I don't want you guys who are parents out there or soon to be parents to think that I can't ever get along with my child. And I don't want any children to end up in the same situation that I am. Or you really don't care if your parents live or die. Like, I don't want that to happen to anyone else. So I figured this would be a nice little change of pace, part of my little Dear Diary. But yeah, if you guys like this video, then I hope you go ahead and click the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you know when I post another video, and I will link my Instagram right down here so that you guys can check it out if you want to contact me in any way, shape, or form. I guess at some point I'll be leaving, an email or something if you want to talk to me, or send me different video points, or you can just type that down in the comments, doesn't really matter. And I will see you guys later. Love ya.